Is a great filmmaking kit with a Sony APS-C camera that much cheaper than a full-frame equivalent kit? Let's find out. What's good guys, my name is Oleg Nikitin and you're watching No Limits On channel. So previously on my channel I had two videos, a great filmmaking kit for APS-C Sony cameras or crop sensor cameras, and also a great filmmaking kit for full-frame Sony cameras like here, ZV-E1, etc. So today we're going to be comparing the prices of those two kits. They are more or less the same type of kits for the more or less the same type of events, filmmaking needs, etc. So we'll find out how much cheaper it is to use a crop sensor camera compared to a full frame setup. I mean crop sensor camera and crop lenses versus full frame camera, full frame lenses. Let's go. And guys, a little disclaimer, I won't be explaining why you need this lens or this monitor or this microphone. If you do need more information, you can head to other videos and rewatch them after you watch this one. Thank you. So the first APS-C camera I did recommend was the Sony a6700, which is $1,400, and it's a killer deal in my opinion. And also I did consider the Sony FX30 for $1,800. And for full-frame cameras, I did recommend Sony ZV-E1 for $2,200 or Sony a7 IV for $2,500, a7 IV. But don't forget guys that you need a cage from SmallRig and also a fan from Ulanzi for the ZV-E1, so $50 extra for this camera. As far as the lenses go, my first recommendation was Sigma 18-50 f2.8, which is $500. On the second place I had 18-105 f4 OSS Sony lens for $650, but you can find it used for much cheaper. And also we have the 16-55 Sony lens f2.8 for $1,400, guys. $1,400 for an APS-C lens, come on. So I'm not considering this lens because you lose all the benefits and the value of an APS-C system if you buy this expensive lens. It's great, no doubt, but it's incredibly expensive for an APS-C lens. And for full-frame lenses, I did consider the 20-70mm f4 for $1,100, or you can purchase a Tamron 28-75 f2.8G plus the Viltrox 20mm f2.8 autofocus lens, and in total you'll get around $850, but in my opinion, the Sony lens is a lot better than the combo of those two. The next lens is Viltrox 27mm f1.2 lens, which is filming me right now at f1.2 by the way, and it's $550. Then we get the Viltrox 13mm f1.4 lens, a great wide-angle lens, ultra-wide-angle lens, let me say, and it's actually $450. Or if you don't need an ultra-wide lens and you need a portrait lens or a telephoto lens, you can consider Viltrox 75mm f1.2 lens, also a great lens for $550. And for full-frame lenses, I do recommend 35mm FE f1.8 lens for $750, my favorite lens of all time, and also the Yongnuo 85mm f1.8 autofocus, of course, for $350. It's a great value 85 f1.8 lens. Then we get an ND filter, Haida 37 stops plus polarizing filter. It's around $100 for 77mm filter, and you can get some step-down rings to fit it to all of your lenses. As far as the audio goes, I do recommend picking the HoloLens Lark Max system, 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, great audio quality, noise cancellation, built-in recording capabilities, and it's only $250, and in my opinion it is better than the first generation of DJI mic. For the on-camera monitors, I do have two options, either the Axon 4K system that converts your iPhone 15 Pro Max into a monitor with recording up to 4K 30p capabilities, a great decision if you want to be low-key and low-profile, keeping it, stripped down, and also you can purchase the Gimbals M5 monitor, 5-inch, 100 nits of brightness, great functionality, and they are both around $180. The memory cards, you get two 256 gigs Lexar V60 cards for $120. Yeah, exactly, $120. Great memory cards, never failed me once. Also at least one original Sony battery, FZ100, for about $80. For the gimbals, I do recommend for APS-C cameras the Phaotech Corp Mini 2 gimbal. It would be more than fine to carry an FX30 with a Viltrox 13mm lens. It's around $270, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, exactly. And for the full-frame camera like the ZV-E1 in a cage with 20-70 set to 70mm, I would recommend the DJI RSC2. A great foldable gimbal. I had a review of it on the channel as well, and it's $350, a bit more expensive. And also I've added Ulanzi Ombro pretty simple tripod for $70 to film the talking head shots and static shots if you need a tripod. You do need a tripod, at least one. Of course, guys, I didn't put lights, stands, and so on in this kit because I do consider this kit to be the most necessary gear for filmmaking, because sometimes you need sliders, sometimes you need fog machines, sometimes you need lights, stands, I don't know, sound blankets, whatever. But as for me, this kit covers a lot, maybe 85%, 90% of my particular needs, and I film a lot of different stuff in here. And finally, guys, the total prices. So if we take the APS-C kit and we take the minimum prices for the minimum kit, so we had sometimes two different lenses, so if we take the cheapest ones, we'll get in total 3,720. And if we get the most expensive ones from the APS-C kit, we get 4,440 bucks. So for the full frame kit, we get in total, I didn't get the minimum and maximum, they're really close, so we'll get the maximum, $5,850. So what is the difference? If we take the minimum amount for the APS-C, the difference is about $2,000, which is significant. But if we take the maximum kit for the APS-C, the difference is about, let me say, a bit more than $1,000. So all in all, yes, the APS-C cameras are a bit cheaper, the APS-C lenses are a bit cheaper, but the difference is not super dramatic, especially if you take not the 20-70 $1,000 lens, but if you pick a different one, if you need something simpler, something cheaper, like the 24-70 f4 Zeiss lens used for, I don't know, 500 bucks, you'll be really close to the APS-C cameras. So APS-C cameras are not twice as cheap, and cameras and lenses combinations on the APS-C are not twice as cheap. It's about, let me say, 30 to 35 to maybe 40%, but it is noticeable, of course. The thing is that I live in Moscow, Russia, and since we don't have the official trading system, they get everything like bypassing the laws or whatever. So right here, the prices are set in a totally random fashion. So for example, if the camera is new, it can be priced really high, like I don't know, 50% more expensive than the US equivalent. But if you have a pretty old lens like 18-105 f4, costs significantly less than on B&H, for example. So on B&H it's like 650, and right here in Moscow is the equivalent of about 350 bucks for a new lens. It is without a guarantee, but still, it's a new lens. So why I'm saying it to you guys, because in here in Moscow, when I was gathering the same kit and I was getting the prices in Moscow, but for the gray market prices, I got the difference of about $500 only, maybe $550. So in here in Russia, it's easier to be on the full frame camera. It's less of a difference than on the B&H website than in the US. Just something to consider, guys. If you have any further questions or suggestions, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, please smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. And here, guys, I have a next video for you to watch. It's a big comparison of a lot of cool lenses. See you in that one, guys. Take care. Bye.